everybody, Raxel1447 here. I decided, okay, there's a lot of stuff going on right now. There's been a lot of stuff since, my reaction to Equestria Girls, the full movie. Maybe I might do a review on it later, but, there's actually a few things I want to talk about. It's mostly what's going on in my life, but there's a really important announcement that I absolutely need to make. And for those of you who watch my Creepypasta investigations videos, then you might want to hear this. First off, I have a full-time job now. I am working Mondays through Saturdays, 11 to 8, at least that's the hours that the office is open. I'm not entirely sure if those will be my hours specifically, but I'm heading into entry level. It's like a marketing gig and whatnot. I have the brochure somewhere. Really weird name. Fiducia Marketing. Everybody there starts out at entry level, and it's supposed to be really great pay. You get paid every week. You move up really quick, so I'm actually quite excited. I'm also quite nervous. I got paid for my previous job today. Yes, unfortunately I had to quit my Saturday job today. Today was my last day, meaning that today was my last paycheck from it, and I go clothes shopping for it on tomorrow. And I'm sorry. I'm really nervous and shaken up, actually. And, so hopefully the new job will be great. I also had to quit art college because my financial situation has grown too desperate. And it's funny, not a half an hour after I decided to quit and send an email to whoever I'm supposed to send an email to, I'm trying to figure that out now, how to formally quit, I got a call from them saying they would like an interview with me. So, and of course, I did all 3 tiers of the interview the same day, meaning that they really liked me. And, they called me later that evening saying that they would like to offer me the position, so hooray! So, anyway, on to Creepypasta investigations. Look, guys, I'm really sorry, I've been really inactive with that, but ever since I started, in all honesty, ever since I started last year, a lot of strange things have been happening to me, and a lot stranger things than usual. You can choose to believe me or not, but, they're kind of one of the reasons why I stopped. First off, Lavender Town Syndrome really did affect me a lot more than I thought. I didn't tell this to anybody, especially my husband, but I ended up having a lot of nightmares for that. Same thing with Smile Dog. I actually ended up having a lot of nightmares to the point where I would kind of wake up screaming. But of course, I didn't want to subject anyone to any of those things, especially Smile Dog, so I kept them to myself, and eventually they faded away into obscurity. That's not the strange thing, though. Even so, to this day, I'm still actively looking for creepypastas that sound interesting to me that I would like to go over, pick apart, investigate, as, the title of the miniseries shows. And, I have a few in mind. Squidward's Suicide, Abandoned by Disney, even the YouTube channel 6661. If you haven't heard of that, then I'm going to tell you about it in a minute. I still have a few that I would like to do, but with the state of my mind is in right now, and the things that's been going on in the past year, it's not exactly ideal for me right now. One of the ones I considered doing for the longest time was Ben. Ben Drowned and whatnot, Jezebel's videos and whatnot. And I started the research a year ago. I live in Oak Park, Michigan, okay? The power there is really shitty during hot weather. So I was watching one of Jezebel's videos, and I heard that, it's like a poltergeist that can make electronics stop. So I didn't even get halfway through the video when all of a sudden all the power in my house just went out. My mom woke up and the power was out for a good while. I tried it again a few days later. Except instead of a blackout, we had a brownout. And, we passed it off to Oak Park having really shitty power and it being really hot. No big deal. Well, a couple months ago, I tried yet again to do some research on Ben and to look at Jezebel's videos. My computer crashed, and it would not come on for a week and a half. I'm dead serious. I took it to every place I could, to every friend I could, and nobody knew what the problem was. And I didn't have any money to take it to any professional place. It took a week and a half for me to get it back on. I mean, I'm dead serious. My laptop just crashed and refused to come on. So I haven't touched Ben at all ever since then. That was kind of freaky. I'm not entirely sure if it's a strange coincidence because my laptop is old and it is shit, but I decided not to. Which leads me to my next subject. I wouldn't recommend you guys trying this on your computer because it could mess up your computer really bad because it could affect other websites. But if you go to YouTube and you search for the channel 666 and then you refresh the page a few times, the background goes all like red and hellish, and then if you click play on one of the videos, you won't be able to exit out of the videos or even turn off your computer, and the text becomes garbled, and it even affects other websites, and it can mess up your computer really bad. I haven't tried this because my laptop is already shit. However, what I do plan on doing is that I will do this once I get a better laptop, and seeing as how I have a better paying job now, that will hopefully happen within the near future. But that's kind of one I was a little bit interested in, but without a surefire way to test to see if it's true, then I'm not entirely sure how that will go out. Because I've done the Slenderman, I've gotten a few requests to, I gotten a few like personal messages to do the rake and whatnot, and I considered it. I've learned a little bit about it. A mouth that opens about 5 times its size and provoked and whatnot, stalks its victims, glowing eyes. Well, I couldn't sleep one night, and this is like after I moved out of my mom's. I couldn't sleep one night, so I went out for a late night walk into the park, and I could have swore I was being watched the entire way there and back. On my way to the park, I stopped and I looked up, and I lay down, stargaze and whatnot. Not a lot of stars here, and I caught a glimpse of a pair of glowing eyes in the distance, and it kind of freaked me out a little bit, so I kind of went home. I kind of just walked home, and I heard, I saw those eyes just following me the entire way home. I haven't seen them lately because this happened a few months ago, but ever since then it's made me uneasy, and I already was looking over my shoulder enough with the Slenderman. That was kind of, that wasn't good. So, Rake is out. Too paranoid for it. The next one I thought about doing was, there was something called the Grifter. It was a video, a really odd video, and, rumor had that whoever watched it would be murdered in their own homes with a doll. I became interested in this, shortly after I was stalked by the Rake for quite some time. And I was still paranoid. My paranoia was still fresh. So, I tried watching it, and I ended up not being able to because I kept looking over my shoulder, and I eventually, pussed out, and I got too scared, and I just couldn't watch it. So, basically, guys, I don't care how mild or anything. Basically, I don't just pick apart the creepypastas. I experience them, which is why I put myself through so much torture for the Lavender Town Syndrome and Smile Dog, and I'm so happy I didn't get to Lost Silver. I've had too much shit with Lost Silver. Fuck no. I don't know if I'll be doing it again anytime soon. Not after what happened with the Rake, the Grifter, and especially with Ben, because I got really concerned about my laptop when it refused to turn on after I tried watching his videos again. I got really concerned with that, and my laptop's shit. So, quite naturally, I don't want to do any more damage to my computer than what's already been done. But listen, you guys, I know you guys enjoy Creepypasta series, and honestly, the more morbid part of me did as well. And it was kind of interesting seeing how these psychological effects, how it affected me psychologically. But, to be honest, guys, especially Smile Dog and Lavender Town, they disturbed me a lot more than I thought. I'd rather not touch on anything like that again. I may do one occasionally. Abandoned by Disney isn't that bad. I actually wouldn't mind maybe taking a look at that because it actually interests me. But I don't think I'll be doing anything like that anytime soon whatsoever. Call me a pussy, call me whatever, I really don't care. But guys, seriously, even if it's not real, that shit is scary as fuck. Just wait until you do it, and then you start having psychological terrors. This is Raxel1447, and keep your brain safe. Not like many of you are doing that. Anyway, whatever. Bye-bye. Quick note here, I forgot to mention something else. There have been a few that have caught my attention beforehand, Happy Appy being one of them, and Poochie and Pansy being another one, and I even dabbled into both of them for a little while. Nothing to me psychologically stood out, but the thing is, I could find so little information about both of them that, honestly, in the end, it wasn't really worth it. I couldn't find much about Poochie and Pansy. I pretty much watched all the quote-unquote episodes and whatnot, and because the events of it are long since over, there wasn't really much I could find out. Not without trying to solve puzzles and shit that, you know, only a fucking genius could solve, and I'm obviously not a genius. Happy Appy. What I've known of it is that it used to be a show on Nick Jr., but when things started to get strange after a few episodes, Nick Jr. completely erased everything off it. What little I could find out was that there was an episode based off, like, Twin Towers, far before they ended up getting blown up by plane, whichever. There was one where Happy Appy actually kills someone. I even read a creepypasta where this guy was trying to find out about Happy Appy and had the creators stalk him. But really, there's not really a lot of information I could find on Happy Appy. So, if I decide to find a tamer one besides for Abandoned by Disney, then at best Happy Appy would make a somewhat interesting mini investigation. A ponder, if you will. But unless someone could come forward with more information about preferably Happy Appy, because Poochie and Pansy, while a little bit creepy, the episodes wasn't exactly the most interesting thing. Oh, and no, I'm not watching Marble Hornets again. Fuck you all. But no, seriously, information on Happy Appy would be nice. Because that one is a little bit interesting. Morbid, yes, but interesting, and I can't find anything about it at all. I guess Nick Jr. actually did a good job erasing their records. And I'm actually wondering if it was ever really a show. Anyway, so, comments, love information on Happy Appy, just please, nothing else besides for that. And then I'll make up my mind, depending on the reception. Love you guys.